Brothers and sisters, over the past 18 months or so, we have reflected together on our Spiritan identity and vocation. And hopefully it has been a positive and beneficial experience for us as individuals, as communities and as circumscriptions. As the first stage of our animation programme now draws to a close, I think it's important for us to remind ourselves of the reasons that we undertook this journey together. We live today in a society that rightly demands transparency, accountability and authenticity from religious priests and lay leaders. We belong to a church that looks to members of religious institutes, both professed and lay, and to priests, above all for spiritual leadership, for inspiration in their own personal lives, and for meaning and hope in a world where many people have lost direction. We realized at Bagamoyo that we needed to embark together on a journey of conversion and recommitment if we are truly to make our own, to appropriate and to live the spirituality and mission that we have inherited from our founders. If we are to be authentic witnesses today, in today's world, to Claude Poulart-Desplaces and Francis Liberman. The second phase of our 8-year animation programme will be centred, as you know, on the Holy Spirit and the place of the Holy Spirit in our life and ministry. From the very beginning of our congregation, the Holy Spirit has had a central role in our spirituality and in our vision for mission. On Pentecost Sunday 1703, when the small group of students gathered together in the side chapel of Saint-Étienne-des-Grès in Paris around their inspirational leader, they dedicated themselves to the service of the Holy Spirit and to Mary conceived without sin. And in their booklet of regulations, it was stated that all students will adore in a special way the Holy Spirit to whom they have been particularly consecrated. And again, as their two principal feasts, they will choose Pentecost and the Immaculate Conception, the former to obtain from the Holy Spirit the fire of divine love. As you know, docility to the action of the Holy Spirit is at the very heart of the spirituality that we've inherited from Francis Liberman. He tells us that the Spirit must be the principal and the unique source of all our affections, our desires and our activities. And perhaps this spirituality is best expressed in the simple prayer which he left us and which we all know so well. O Divine Spirit, I want to be before you like a light feather, so that your breath may carry me where it will, and that I may not offer the least resistance to it. In our Spiritan rule of life today, there are over 40 references to the Holy Spirit in our life and in our ministry. We are both dedicated to and consecrated by the Holy Spirit, our rule of life tells us. The Spirit is the source of our talents and our gifts. It is the Spirit who brings us together from many different cultures into the one Spiritan family. It is the Spirit who shapes our personal and community lives, calling us to continual conversion. The Spirit precedes us on our missionary journey, we're told, and leads us along new missionary paths. The Spirit speaks to us through the church, through our human environment and the world in which we are living. So we are invited by our rule of life to live every experience in the Spirit of God, our joys, our hardships, our pain, the works we undertake, and even our failures. Over the coming months, you will receive some tools and texts to help you in your community and personal reflection on the Holy Spirit in your life and ministry. You will be asked in a special way to address a number of important questions. What does it mean for me to be a member of the congregation of the Holy Spirit? What are the signs of the presence of the Holy Holy Spirit in my life and in my ministry. Where is the Holy Spirit leading me? Where is the Holy Spirit leading us today? And how can I increase the awareness of the work and the role of the Holy Spirit in the church and in the world? If our journey together of conversion and of recommitment is really to be effective, it must go beyond just sharing and reflection together. It has to find concrete expression in our daily lives and ministry. I am conscious, as I speak, that our focus on the Holy Spirit and the role of the Holy Spirit in our life and ministry takes place in the wider context of a year dedicated in the church to consecrated life. But since as Spiritan religious missionaries we are both consecrated by and to the Holy Spirit, it's a particularly appropriate way, I think, for us to enter into this year of consecrated life. May our celebration of the feast day of Francis Liberman, whose life was so shaped and inspired by the Holy Spirit, help us to embark on this second stage of our animation program with conviction and with enthusiasm. And may the Holy Spirit accompany us on our journey. Thank you.